I did a video on Eyes Closed when it was first released, and Ed Sheeran has just come out with his second single for the Subtract album called Boat. Because I'm excited for this, and I actually had a lot of fun making the other video, I thought I'd do it again, but for the new song. I'm going to learn how to play the song by ear, and at the end of the video, I'll do a little tutorial on everything that I figured out. The goal is to get as close as we possibly can. I'm still trying to develop my ear, so it may not be 100% perfect, but at the very least, as long as I can play along to the song and enjoy it for what it is, I'll be pretty happy with that. So, let's begin. Step 1 is to work out what our key signature is so that in step 2 we can then build our chord progressions. I'm going to be looking for a note that sounds really big or that is quite prominent in the song. I'm just going to slide up in the low E string until I find it, and once I do find it, I'll then play a minor pentatonic scale with it or a major pentatonic scale. And if all those notes fit, it's likely that that is our key. So step 1 is find a root note. Step 2 is play a scale using that root note. If everything fits, we can move on. Let's begin. That's... I think we're in the key of B major, and I'll show you how I've worked that out. So I was just playing like that, and the F sharp seemed to match with the second chord, which is why I stopped. But it wasn't too prominent, so I kept moving, and the A flat sounded pretty good, which is on the 4th fret of the low E. And I played that and thought, well, that could be our root note. We could be in the key of A flat minor. So I thought we'll do the A flat minor pentatonic scale. And I started doing that, and the third note is our B. And I think we are in the key of B. So I went A flat to B, and then the B sounded a little bit better than the A flat, so I thought, okay, well maybe we're in the key of B major. And then I started using the B major pentatonic, and all those notes seemed to fit. I mean, they would have fit with the A flat minor because they are relative to each other. All that means is A flat minor and B major scale should share the same notes. So I went up until I basically found B, and then I played the B major pentatonic, and everything seemed to work really well together. So I think we're in the key of B major. Now, as I was doing that, my hand, because I've been playing guitar for like 10 years or something, my hand sometimes just goes where it's supposed to go, and I don't think about it, I just play it. And I think the F sharp, I played that a couple of times while soloing. I played an F sharp, which I think is the second chord, and I ended the little sequence of scales both times on the A flat minor chord, and because that to me felt really prominent before I did the B, which I think is actually our root note, I'm inclined to say that our first chord is an A flat minor, yes. And then I think we've got an F sharp major. Can't work out that third chord. It could be an E, which makes sense, we're just moving like that. I think we've just worked out our verse chord progression. So what I'm going to assume is we've got an A flat minor to an F sharp major to an E major. I'm hearing open strings. Okay, I think it's not a capo. I don't think it's a capo, so what might be happening, I think he's using a guitar in E flat standard, which actually makes a lot of sense. This guitar is in 1.5 step down, so E flat standard would be on the 2nd fret, so I'm going to use a capo. It's down here for snuff. Yes. Technically I'm in E flat standard, but I just need to have the 2nd fret there because I'm in 1.5 step down instead of just a half step down. Before I do anything, I'm actually just going to triple check this. Okay. Yep, so he's using a guitar in E flat standard. Now you can actually play this two ways. We can do it the first way that I was originally going to do, which is capo on the 4th fret, or you can do it this way, which is E flat standard. So tune your E string down to an E flat, your A down to E flat, and so on and so forth. So with the capo, you'd have an E minor shape to a D, D major to a C major. But with the E flat standard, we're going to have A minor to G, and then to an F chord. So A minor, G, F. Now we can move on to the chorus. F, same chord, so we start on an F. Okay, we finish on the F each time, And it sounds the same way that we've moved in the verse. It sounds like that, obviously doubled, so I think it might go F to something, G, F. Maybe A minor? No, C major. Does it finish on an F? Back to the F. Before we move on, I just want to connect my headphones and see if I'm missing anything. We're going to start and learn how to play this in E flat standard tuning. Now I've tuned a little bit further down than E flat for other songs, so I've got my capo here, which just simulates the E flat standard tuning. All we're going to be playing for the verse progression is A minor to G down to F, and we play that F 2 times. Now the only thing that I miss with this is we're going to add our pinky there, 3rd fret, for basically every chord that we play for the whole song. And then because we've got our pinky there, our F shape becomes a little bit different. What I think I'm hearing is an open A string. I'm not sure, but because at some points I can almost hear it as a weird A minor chord, I think we've got the F. The open A makes sense because it's in the key or in the scale. It's in the chord, F, A, C, so that makes sense. You got F, A, another F. You got that really beautiful F chord. Any embellishments that you want to do, like making a sus4 hammer-on with the G, and then any of that stuff, do it your own desire. But that chord progression is just A minor with the pinky, G major to F. Also with the pinky and the open A. So we finished our verse on the F, and we actually start our chorus also on the F. So we got our F major. And then for half of the value that we've played F, we're going to go C, straight to G, back to the F. Just like that. So F, then we go C to G, back to the F. And all I'm adding there is the middle finger hammer-ons on both the F and the C. Last thing we need to learn is the bit on the outro of the chorus where we just go like that. And we've also got an F chord at the end there, which is just 3rd fret on the A, which gives us our C. We go C, D, E, B to the A with the F chord, which is 3rd fret on the A, open D, 2nd fret on the D, to 2nd fret on the B, and then to the open A with the F chord. Now we can switch to the guitar in standard tuning. All we need to do is put our capo on the 4th fret. The chords that we need is A, technically they're flats, but A minor, G minor, and F minor. The way that we can do that over here with the capo is we play an E minor in shape of the A, then a D instead of the G, and then a C instead of the F. So in standard tuning with the capo, our verse is going to go E minor, D, to C, and we can even go C over the E. There's E to D. And of course, we're going to stay on that C to end the verse. So D to C. We start our chorus again on the C. And what we do here is go to a G in place of our C major chord. And then we go down to D, back up to C. So we have C, G, D, C. Then all we need to add is the outro to the chorus, which goes. First way that we can do this is 3rd fret and then 5th fret on the low E. Instead of the 5th fret, you could, this is the second way, play the open A because these are the same note. So option 1 is 3, 5, option 2 is 3, then open on the A. Next we go 2nd on the A, 2nd on the low E, open low E with the C shape. So it's 3, 5 or open A, then it's 2nd on the A, 2nd on the E, open with the chord. One more time, verse goes E minor to D, and if you wanted to, you could go D over the F sharp there, and you could play it this way, to the C for our verse, E minor, D, C, and then for the chorus, we go C again, G, and then we go down to D, back to C, G, D, C, and then we've got our lick, 3, 5 or open A, 2, 2 on the E, If you've got any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to make a couple of YouTube shorts just sort of explaining that in short fashion. So if you need a refresher or just want to watch those, I don't know, go ahead and look at them. Absolutely excellent. Ed Sheeran's incredible. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.